Hey everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing more of a witchy book type video. I normally keep my witchcraft stuff on my main channel, but since this is about books, I figured I'd bring it over on here to my reading channel so you guys can check it out yourselves over here. I get the question all the time on my main channel, what books do I recommend for beginner witches? And I have quite a few here. So here are the books I own that I have read. I haven't read all of them, but I've read like half of some of them, a quarter of some of them, and there's some that you kind of just read when you need them. So I'm just gonna go through each one of them and kind of tell you guys why I think it's good for beginner witches and just let you know how I like them. All right, so the top book I have right here is The Essential Guide to Crystals. So a lot of witches, there's some that don't, but many witches use crystals in their craft, and I personally do as well. I love to collect crystals of any kind, but I'm really bad at remembering the names of crystals. As many of you guys probably know from my witchcraft videos on my main channel, I cannot remember crystal names to save my life. So I really like having this book because it has like every type of crystal in here. In the table of contents, it has like red, green, pink, white, so you can look at the color and then it'll show the names of the different ones in that color range, and then you can go find the page. So that makes it really easy to flip through as well. So personally, one of my favorite crystals, I am basic, but amethyst is one of my favorite crystals. So I went under the color violet, and then I found amethyst, and it's on page 196. So I just flip on over to 196, and then we have a page here full of the information about amethyst. It talks about what it looks like, has the color, the luster, the hardness, the system, identification, stones that are similar to it, the magic in it, healing functions, and practical ideas in it. And then it also has a picture of what it looks like, and that is what it's like on every single page. So if you're a crystal collector or you're looking into collecting more crystals and you want to learn more, this is a great book. I got this on Book Outlet. I'll have a link for my Book Outlet code down below. You get $10 off your first order if you haven't ordered from them before. I got this for like $3 on Book Outlet, so it's normally $11 and I got it for $3. So check it out. I don't know if it's still on Book Outlet, but pretty much all of these books that I'm showing you, I got on Book Outlet. The next book is Wikipedia. It's a modern day white witch's guide by Sean Robbins and Leanna Greenaway. This is the first book I have ever read, and I do just want to say that I am not personally Wiccan myself, but a lot of these books that are about Wicca is really good for witches as well because it has a lot of useful information about witchcraft in them. So that's why you'll see a lot of these books are about Wicca and like paganism and stuff like that. So as you can see, I do have some tabs in here. This is not the best book ever. The first like majority of it is just the authors talking about their personal experience with witchcraft, which if you're interested in that, there's some type of information right there. But there is some really useful stuff that I have tagged. This page has basic candle colors and their influences. So as you know, being a witch, you use a lot of different colored candles and certain spells and stuff like that. So this just tells you what each candle can be used for. For example, purple candles can be used for protection, house blessings, invoking spirits, business and work issues, and new jobs. So it just kind of gives you examples on that. There's also the different types of moons. It explains the different moons to you. There are spells in here as well. And basically it just explains to you the different types of Wicca stuff. And then it also has different like spells and the meanings of certain things as well. Like I said, I'm not Wiccan, so there's a lot of things that I personally don't use in this book myself, but if you are Wiccan, this can definitely help you. The next book I got recently, and I'm really enjoying it, it's the Book of Spells, previously published as the Teen Spell Book. That's what it used to be called. I'm not even sure, oh here, it's by Jamie Della. I think it is gorgeous, as you can see, and it's literally what it says it is. It's a book of spells. So on the table of contents right here, if you're looking to do a certain type of spell, so like say you want to do a spell on your emotional health, then you go to the emotional, spiritual, and physical health section in the table of contents. You find what you want to do. This one right here says lifting the depression cloak. So I'll go to page 98. And this is really good for beginner witches because some witches like to make their own spells themselves, but for people who just don't really know how to do that, this is really good for people to learn how to do certain spells. So like for example, this one says cast the spell on a Saturday during the waning of the moon. And then it tells you when to do it, how to do it, what to say, what candles to use, it tells you everything in here. So it has a lot of different types of spells. It has spells for like friendship, family, protection, productivity, self-improvement, emotional, spiritual, physical health, knowledge, self-knowledge. It tells you the tools that you need to use. It has a little bit about tarot in there, crystals, the moons, like all. There's so much in here. I really definitely recommend this if you want a book of spells. And it's easy to read as well. There's a lot of spell books that make it hard for especially younger people to understand, and I feel like that one's really easy. Next I have Wicca, the Modern Practitioner's Guide by Erin Murphy Hiscock. I personally have not actually read this yet, but it has been on my little like collection over here. I have read books by Erin Murphy Hiscock, and I know that's a good author, but when I look in here, it basically is just what all of the other books have been about. It teaches you what being Wiccan means. It tells you how to do spells, basic grounding, channeling energy, crystals, the power of stuff, everything. Next we have the Divination Handbook. I feel like I never say that word right, divination? I feel like I never say it, but I actually recently just got this, so I haven't read it. It's by Liz D. It's a modern seer's guide to using tarot, crystals, palmistry, and more. So we have a lot of crystal information in the first couple pages. And then we have stuff about learning how to read hands and palmistry type stuff, which I'm interested in myself. I've always been interested in palmistry for sure. We have what tarot cards mean, which is awesome if you're wanting to learn tarot. And then also how to read your tea leaves, which is pretty cool as well. I didn't know people did that. So yeah, I personally have not read into this myself, but it has like destiny numbers, how to calculate your numbers. Like it looks really cool, and I'm actually probably gonna read this next because I've heard really good things about it. So I got this on Book Outlet as well. Next we have Wicca by Harmony Nice. This one is a really nice one. This one is by another YouTuber as well. I actually got into witchcraft because of Harmony Nice, so of course I bought her book to support her. This one is obviously, I'm not Wiccan, but it has a lot of useful information about her journey, how she started, and information on Wicca and witchcraft itself. Like I said, a lot of Wicca books have really great information about witchcraft. This one's more fun. I spent a whole live stream for Patreon actually reading people's birthdays off to them. It was really fun. This is the Complete Book of Birthdays by Claire Gibson. It's personality predictions for every day of the year. And basically it just has every single day of the year in there. It has a prediction about your virtues, your vices, careers, skills. So it's kind of more just a fun thing to read to people more than likely. I just read off stuff to people on my Patreon and I thought it was really fun. A lot of people didn't really feel like it related to them. So I don't know how you guys feel in like astrological type stuff, but I just feel like this book is just more fun. But I really like the way it looks, and I got this on Book Outlet for pretty cheap. Next we have the Modern Guide to Witchcraft. This is the Complete Guide to Witches, Covens, and Spells by Sky Alexander. This was one of the first witch books I ever read. I think it's the first one actually, as you can see by all the tabs in there. And this one is like all around probably my favorite book out of all of them. This one just sets everything so perfectly. It's easy to read, especially for beginners. It has everything you need to know about being a witch. So I have a lot of tabs in here, so I don't really know if I remember all of these tabs in here, but it tells you what being a witch is about, what it is, how to do certain things. Like, I don't know how to explain all the things in here because there's so much. There's angelic stuff in here. There's like different guardians and stuff that it teaches you about. The elements. Has a lot of stuff about Wicca in here as well. It has information on how to set up an altar, which a lot of people don't know about. It has a lot of information on incense and essential oils, which I use a lot of incense, so I like to look at this page sometimes and read what each incense is about. It talks about different flowers, herbs, tarot cards. It has spells in here. There's a tarot spell to increase your income, which I have actually done myself and it worked. So yeah, this book is awesome. I definitely recommend it for people who are getting started. It has tons of information on how to do certain spells and stuff too. So yeah, I got this on Book Outlet about a year, 2 years ago, and it's a really good book. Next, I have two journals. Actually, if you guys are looking into trying to get some type of like Book of Shadows or journal, but you don't want to make one, here are some good ideas. I haven't actually even used this one, and 2020 is almost over, but this is the Coloring Book of Shadows Planner for a Magical 2020. I saw this one like on Pinterest, so I wanted to pick it up because I just thought it looked really cool. So it is a coloring book, but you fill out what you feel every single day of the year, and then you can color in that page as well. It has like rituals that you can do in here, and you can color it. You can write down your information for different days. You can write down different spells that you do. Like, it's really pretty. I wish I have been doing this more. So it has like the hunter's moon, it has the different moons and like information in here, but like you can make it your own because you can color it, and I just think that's super cool. So Samhain was just recently on Halloween. So right here we have a Samhain seance, and it's a ritual call to loved ones in the spirit world. So if that's something that you're interested in, I got it off of Amazon. You may want to wait till next year to get the one that's coming out next year, but yeah, this one's really cool. And then this one is the Mindful Witch, which honestly, I just think this one is absolutely stunning. This is a daily journal for manifesting a truly magical life by Jen Stevens. I got this one on Book Outlet. So it takes you through the different days of the month. It has like rituals in here, but like, let's talk about the art. Like, look how absolutely stunning the art in this book is. Like, the leaves and the colors and everything is just literally so beautiful. On the back right here, we have an easy money spell. I have done this one as well. We just finished October. Like I said, I haven't really filled these books out myself, which I totally regret not doing. But right here in October, it says October Mindfulness and Reflections, and then there's some questions that it wants you to reflect on in October and answer. And then there's just like cute little quotes. And new moon in Libra, you set intentions. So you set the intentions you want for each month, all of that stuff. So this is basically like your own little book of shadows, except you don't have to like make it yourself. And there's also some pages in the back where you can fill out some spells if you've made a spell yourself right here. So you could do the spell, the intention, the supplies, the incantation, how to do it, and you just make your own little spell right here. So that's really cute. So I wanted to include 2 little journals in case you guys are interested in that. And then the last book finally is the Modern Witchcraft Grimoire. I have such a hard time saying that word. But here we are. It's by the same author as that other book, Sky Alexander. This is a complete guide on how to create your own book of shadows. So I do have my own book of shadows, and I don't personally like mine too much because I think I've tried to make it too witchy looking and not more like myself. So I'm gonna start making mine more look like a bullet journal because that's what I enjoy doing. It tells you how to make a book of shadows. That's pretty much it. It has the like Taban alphabet. Like, it has a lot of cool stuff in here. I haven't gone through this entire book, but I have read quite a bit in it, and it has some really useful information on how to make a grimoire. So if you're interested in making your own, this may be a good book for you. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have filmed 5 videos today, so my throat is just dying, but I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped you at least a little bit. I tried to include different types of books and like those journals and stuff, just in case you guys are interested in that. I know Kindle, if you have a Kindle and you pay for Kindle Unlimited, there are tons of witchcraft books on Kindle Unlimited. There's spell books, there's crystal books, and they're free. So if you have a Kindle, check out Kindle as well because they have a lot of witchcraft books. I personally just like having physical witchcraft books because I can write in them, and that's what I personally like doing. But with a Kindle, you can have everything on one thing, so that might make it a little bit easier. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out my social medias down below if you guys are interested in checking me out anywhere else. But until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!